A lot of people have never had a positive experience with a vegetable, and yet almost everyone has had a negative experience with a vegetable. We know that children will want to eat vegetables if the food tastes good. Those hands-on experiences can really be powerful motivators for young people to seek out fresh and healthful food. It's a totally different experience when you're harvesting it yourself. You're making choices about what goes in the dish based on what you like, and it's a very empowering experience. We are at the Food Literacy Project's outdoor classroom at Oxmoor Farm, which is a dynamic working vegetable farm. We've got students here today from Foster Elementary School, and they're going to be doing a field study with us, exploring what's growing on the farm, what vegetables they might find in the fields this morning, and really exploring where food comes from.
So we are going to put 3 challenges for you all today. One challenge that I'm going to give you all today is to get your hands dirty.
I remember something a whole lot better if I'm actively participating, whether it's in the conversation or getting my hands dirty. Those things last a little bit longer, and I think coming out to this setting that's really different from a classroom but still having a really educational day, it makes a big impact, and it affects, especially at a younger age, the students that need to be moving around. They have the opportunity to do so here, and so I think that it really sticks with them.
The word is respect. What does it mean to be respectful? What are some ways we could show respect?
First of all, learn the plant parts dance and think about the different parts of the plant that we eat.
Leaves, flower, fruit, seeds.
Then we take a lap around and try some different things. Today we got to enjoy our spring asparagus, some mint, and a top favorite of the kids is the sour sorrel.
Does anybody need a second taste of it?
Yeah.
We don't so much care about can every student identify every vegetable. It's much more about what does it smell like, have you ever tasted that before, focusing on the 5 senses, because that will stay with them.
One of the most impactful parts of our food system is the fact that it travels so far. Well, think about the difference that 20 steps is versus 2,000 miles. We have some shots of us spending time at Truck Farm together, and I think Truck Farm is an amazing example of how you can grow a garden anywhere. So whether it's in the bed of a truck or a plastic bucket in your backyard, you can grow food and be a part of this movement to try and make food system more local, more sustainable, and to participate in it more. And so I think that's one way having a more local food system really impacts sustainability in our environmental situation these days.
We find that when children are exposed to that story and really explore it in a hands-on way, they're much more curious about trying healthful foods and willing to taste new foods and try vegetables.
It's empowering, and that's the goal of our mission, is to empower youth to then take this home and take this into their communities, and the ripple keeps growing, and that everybody, whether it's through a conversation with these students or just the way that these students start to think about things, it affects everyone around them, and I think that impact is just really powerful.
I will never forget the first time I grew a vegetable that didn't die and I could eat it. The more these kids can be outside and explore healthy foods in a fun way, in a kind of learn by discovery sort of way, the more motivated they will be to try new foods, to cook from scratch, and to embrace a healthy lifestyle.